Less than 72 hours into the job, the tour of the nations begins in Scotland.
This is your wonderful new being.
Used to be just that.
Yeah, exactly.
Where Labour went from just 1 to 37 MPs.
I asked people in Scotland to put their trust and faith in Labour. I said that if they did so, we would deliver for Scotland, deliver the change that needed, not just through our Labour MPs here in Scotland, but through the entire team and me leading that. And that's why I wanted to stand here today, to make good on that promise, to make good on that commitment at the first opportunity.
Well done, Ian.
From here, Sir Keir Starmer's next stop, meeting the Scottish First Minister, then to Northern Ireland and Wales in a whistle-stop tour. Governing has already begun. Yesterday, in his first full day on the job, Sir Keir said the scheme to process asylum seekers in Rwanda was a scheme dead and buried. Today, the new Home Secretary was keen to let the nation know it's not just the new Prime Minister in a hurry to deliver results.
I have immediately started the work on a major upgrade in law enforcement, including the process to recruit a new border security commander, new cross-border police to go after the criminal gangs.
It's a cabinet in a rush. The Northern Ireland Secretary in Belfast meeting the First Minister and Deputy First Minister. The Foreign Secretary in Germany meeting his counterpart. And they want you to know they're busy. This slick video released by Downing Street.
Hey, Prime Minister.
Hi, how are you?
Including calls to the Prime Minister of Australia, Ukraine's President Zelensky.
Making sure that you get the support that you need.
You are now connected to Air Force One.
Although there was one man who put Sir Keir on hold.
One more for the President.
Mr. Prime Minister, congratulations. What a hell of a victory. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. President.
And while the new government's getting on with business, the old one is wrestling with life in opposition, a looming leadership battle.
You running for leadership?
And whatever comes next.
Was this the worst campaign in general election history?
I don't think it was a very strong campaign. I think there was, it was not a good campaign at all, was it?
Do you want to see whoever the next leader is put an arm around those new Reform MPs and indeed Nigel Farage?
I think Nigel Farage has a lot to offer in the national debate, and I think he would have a lot to offer to Parliament. We'll see what comes.
Wait a minute, where do you stand? Yes or no? Should Nigel Farage be allowed to join the Conservative Party?
Well, ask me when he puts his membership application in, and then we'll make a decision. I think, do you know what? Nigel Farage is a very talented politician. He offers a lot to the national debate.
In Germany, the new guard came with a new message.
The United Kingdom has a huge, historic and very important trading relationship here in Germany. But this new government in the United Kingdom has been very clear on our priorities. We want a reset on our relationships with Europe.
You want closer ties with the EU. Within 24 hours, we may well have a French government led by a party that wants more borders, not fewer. How are you going to deal with Marine Le Pen?
Well, look, any decision for the political outcomes in any election in another country is down to the voters in those countries, in the same way that Labour's got
forward to having to deal with
that mandate. Well, look, any trading relationship is never with the short-term political leadership of any one country here in the UK or abroad.
So it sounds like you'll pinch your nose and deal with her and hope it's just for the short term.
Look, I am not able to determine the political outcome in other countries.
As the Prime Minister tours the nation, his ministers start dishing out policies. Hundreds of his new MPs descend on Westminster, and the nation waits to see if they get the change they voted for.